Hi YouTube, give me a moment please while I connect to Facebook. It'll take just 1 second. And I think we're live on Facebook. Hi everybody. Welcome to this weekend's video. I'm Sami Abusad, Director of Education at T3 Live. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. Sorry I'm doing this video pretty late, close to Super Bowl. But again, hope you've had a good weekend. We're going to get started right away. First, we'll take a look at the standard required disclaimer to let you know that trading is risky and that whatever we discuss today is for educational purposes only. So today, as always, we're going to go over some swing ideas for next week. I gotta tell you that the list that I have put together, I scanned my long-term charts, the monthly time frames, and I put together a really long list. So today I'm just gonna share with you a small list, okay? This list was also copied and pasted into the description of the video, so feel free to just go to the description of the video, copy it, paste it into your watch list so you can follow along as we go over it, okay? If you find benefit in today's video and would like to support this channel, please be sure to hit the like button. We would appreciate it greatly. First, the market is at all-time highs. We talked about last week being, pulling back, and I said to wait before turning bearish on the market until we pivot, right? Because let me take out my annotation tool, because I said if we because we've always basically, we dropped, went back up, dropped, went back up, dropped, went. So I said, this time it feels a little more bearish than before, but we have to wait and see what happens once we pivot. Do we continue higher or do we fail on the pivot? We pivoted right here. We put in a pivot right here. A pivot forms whenever you have a higher low on either side of a candle. Okay, so here is how a pivot forms, just for those that are maybe curious. If you get a higher low on either side of a candle, you have a pivot. So once we got this bar right here on the daily chart of the Qs, we got the pivot. The pivot took us to new highs. So the market is just super bullish. As I said last week, maybe the week before, I think we're in the early stages of a bubble for so many reasons that I don't want to discuss right now. Because there's just too many, and Super Bowl is starting in like 20 minutes or so, I think. Let's check, 15 minutes. So I want to watch it too, and I'm sure you do as well. So the market is really bullish. We moved a lot last week, so can we consolidate a little bit, maybe even retest the 20 MA before moving up again? Maybe. But almost every Monday we gap up, almost every Monday. So I'm not necessarily counting on retesting, but the fact that we moved up quite a bit, look here, moved up, came back in, moved up, went sideways, moved up, came back in. So, could we come in a little bit or base for a little bit? Sure. But the market overall is really bullish. SPY is exactly the same, and the IWM is the leader. It's been leading, a close at all-time highs too. So let me go over my watch list with you, okay? Let's go over the bullish watch list, and then I just have a few items that I would consider bearish, but the bearish watch list isn't very good. So here's what I like. In a bull market, especially in a bubble environment, the stocks that do the best are the ones that are transitioning, breaking out after maybe a multi-year consolidation on the monthly chart. I have already 25 of these in my portfolio or something like this, like the GSM. See it? I'm in it from somewhere here on that breakout. I have a bunch of these already. Some of them that just triggered, like MDCA, just triggered like last week. Okay, I have what do I have? So I have like 25 of them basically. Okay, SEDB, SLDB, right? Is another one. We actually took half already on it. I took half on it. And then I have, so just so many that are transitioning on the monthly. So that's what I'm focused on right now, because the low price stocks that are transitioning, because they have a lot of room. We saw the OCGN pop on Friday. It's the same concept. I didn't catch this one. Popped and it was up 164% in the after hours. So it's the same concept. Transition A on the monthly chart. So that's what I mostly have right here, okay? AMRX is a monthly breakout. So I like it over 520 on the daily base. You can also wait for it to clear the daily resistance. But I like it just over 520, stop under 460. A lot of these I'm trying to use wide stops for, okay, so as to not get shaken out. So just keep that in mind. I like the BKEP over the base, stop under it. Also a transition A on the monthly chart, okay? A transition A breakout on the monthly. ECOR, another transition A on the monthly, and a daily buy setup, okay? So I like it just over the SPARS high, which is 277, okay? Stop would be under 232. HAPP, I like it also as a transition A on the monthly chart over 225, I think, okay? 223, 225, stop under 190. And most of these are long-term plays. Can we take some on the way up? Sure, absolutely, okay? But most of these are long-term plays. We just took half of the SELB. I just want to show you SELB on that pop when it gapped up. But this is more of a long-term play. So I like it really to 15. But let's just aim for maybe, 10 would be nice. But a lot of these are going to be like the SELB, long-term plays. IFMK, another transition A on the monthly, and then on the daily it's a buy setup. I like it over $1.24. Stop under 103. Okay? INPX. This one looks a little different on the daily, but if you zoom out a little bit, you'll see that it's a long-term breakout. So I like it over Friday's high, over this whole base. Stop under the most recent base. Okay? Monthly. Let's take a look just to make sure it's the same thing. It's what, stocks move in a 4-stage cycle. Up, down, they base, they go back up, down, base, and sometimes they do it with higher lows. But as you can see, this is what the stock did, and it's been basing, so I like it as a breakout. The INXP. It just needs to clear Friday's high, which is, I think, $1.86. Yeah, $1.85. Stop, I like it under 130. JIH is different. This is one of those that are already underway, that are very, very bullish, and it looks poised for a continuation breakout rather than a reversal breakout, a continuation breakout. So over the base, stop under 1276. 1276, okay? On the JIH. MHLD, monthly transition A. Already broke out, but it has another kind of a 1, 2, 3 base breakout, okay? So on the monthly, MHLD. Nvidia is different. Nvidia has just a daily base breakout. It's been basing for a long, long time, so I like it over 560 over the base. Stop under it, which is 503, okay, or let's say $500. It's a big stop, but it's also a big stock, an expensive stock, so I like it also long term. The monthly is a little concerning because it's extended. It's very, very up there, but it's more of a daily breakout, okay, than a monthly play. PBYI, if you look at the monthly, that looks gorgeous. The daily and the weekly are not as good, but the monthly looks amazing. This is similar to the CLVS, which already is underway, and I wasn't able to get in it. So I'm watching the CLVS to figure out a way in it. But the PBYI is very similar. Over the base, stop under it. If you look at the daily chart, it just needs to clear at least 1340. Okay? And the stop, one can put it under 1130, 38. I'm not going to do that. I am going to place it under $10. I'm giving my plays a lot of room right now because I don't want to get shaken out. For example, I had the GSM for I don't know how long, and I didn't get shaken out. Why? Even though here, when I got it, it went against me. And then it popped. It didn't get to the target, and then started to drop again. Dropped. It didn't get to the target. I didn't take it, and I still stuck with the original stop. I didn't raise the stop. Normally I raise, because this is off the monthly chart. It gapped up this day. We took half, okay? And now it still looks higher on the back half, okay? But I'm already out half. The GSM. These almost all, with the exception of the Nvidia, JIH, all of these follow the same pattern, which is the transition A on the monthly chart, which is a pattern that we teach in Trading the Pristine Method class, by the way. This is a pattern that we've been trading as part of the Pristine Method for 20 years. Really, people don't change and charts don't change. What changes is market environments, and sometimes you have to kind of tweak things up a little bit, but the overall patterns don't really change over time, because the human psychology doesn't change. PLG is also different. Actually, I missed the PLG on that pop. See it on the monthly? Same exact pattern. The downtrend, the base, and the breakout. So I missed that one, and now I have the chance to get in it on a weekly buy setup. See it? That weekly buy setup. This is like the Oracle, which is another open position. If you look at Oracle, is a weekly buy setup. Same exact pattern. I got it this day on Oracle when it popped this day, so over the red bar's high. And I didn't raise the stop, so I had to live through this deep pullback, but I had confidence in it because of the weekly chart. And now it's going back up. So the PLG is similar. Daily downtrend, but weekly buy setup. So, and monthly transition A. I like it. It's not perfect because it came from a double top. Stocks that pull back from double tops are a little bit more bearish than stocks that pull back from just a single pivot, from a simple single pivot, okay? But I like it as a weekly buy setup. PRTA had a really monster gap last week at the beginning of the week, and then on the monthly, transition A breakout. So this is, I like it a lot. This looks lovely. Now the daily is a little sloppy. That's why I'm recommending wide stops. The entry for this would be over 15 bucks. And then last but not least is the PULM. This is maybe my least favorite, because normally, just so you know, when you do a buy setup means a pullback, okay? When you do a buy setup, the entry should be here, okay? Not up here. So that's like when you play above a prior resistance area, it means you're playing over as a breakout. Well, that's a pullback pattern. So why would we want to play it as a breakout? Well, because of the monthly chart. I mean, it just looks too good to pass up. You see the weekly also, 1, 2, 3. So I like it a lot, but on the daily, it's a little questionable, the PULM. So those are all bullish. Here's the bearish items, not as good, of course. AQB, gap down, was a secondary offering. I like it as a short under 920, stop over 982. And then target the prior pivot low, which is around 810, 815. HYLN. This is not ready because the 20 is still flat. When we look to play short, we like the 20 to be pointing down already. But look at the incredible weakness of this HYLN. Every stock out there, just about, is way up there, right? At the all-time high, most stocks. This thing is at the all-time, I mean, is really, really bearish. I don't know if it's at the all-time lows, but it's really, really bearish. So this is more of a watch to see if it can provide a pattern, a setup. Then I would play it short. SI is going climactic. I don't think it's ready, but that is usually not sustainable. Going climactic, I like it short under this bar's low, stop above the high, or if you think it's not quite ready, then just continue to watch it, okay? TSIA is a lower high sell setup, okay, after a multi-bar run up. On the hourly chart, it also looks pretty. Short right here, stop up here, okay? And target, I'm not sure what the target for this would be. I would say about 14.50 or so, okay, giving you about $2, not bad. And then last but not least is the Voyager, or VYGR, which is similar to the HYLN in that it's really, really, really weak, okay? But this is worse, much worse than the HYLN, because as you can see, the 20 is totally flat. So this is just a watch for now. None of these shorts are things that I will be personally playing on Monday, but I will be watching them to see if they will set up. I'm mostly focused on the longs, and as I said, I have an extremely long list. I just wanted to share with you kind of what I would consider the ones that are most ready, but there are some really good ones out there. If you traded last week, it was an awesome week. Here's the proof, because I can show proof. Most other educators out there, you know it, can't show proof, don't show proof for a reason. That's what last week, in just 1 week, okay, month to date, and then year to date, there it is. So pretty great year, knock on wood, okay, knock on wood. But I hope you're doing great. This has been already a good year, and we're only 1 month and 5 weeks in, 1 month and 1 week. So again, hope you're doing well. I hope you decide to check us out if you're interested at all. Link is in the description if you want to check out the Strategic Day Trader, where I trade live during the day, or if you'd like to participate in these swing plays and participate in my picks, partake in my picks, then also link for that is in the description. And last but not least, I'm going to be doing a 1 week intensive of live trading and training over Zoom video, so you can see me, I can see you, we can talk to each other. And that's going to happen the last week of February. So I think February 22nd through the 27th. Okay, it's a phenomenal experience. If you're interested, link for that also is in the description. But with that said, have a great rest of the weekend. Enjoy the game if you're going to watch it. And I will talk to you next week. Thank you so much for watching and sticking around till the end. And good luck with your trading next week. Take care, everybody. Ciao.